Hey guys, so it is March 28th, 2018. You know, I live in Michigan, and usually around this time, I have flowers, like my flowers, that I have out that come back every year. They normally are starting to bud up out of the ground, like you can see starts of them coming up. I don't have none of that this year. We have gray skies. We don't have blue skies anymore. I mean, I could see like if it's raining or something of that, but it's not. Yeah, it rained last night, but today we should have had some sun out. We have no sun out. All you can see is gray. I don't remember any blue skies for no, I take that back. I think we had blue skies like I'm gonna say about 4 or 5 days ago. I can't remember, but it's just amazing to me that nobody is noticing like their flowers aren't starting to bud up or anything. Like, cause around this time I would be out raking out my flower beds and getting them ready, for the summer. Well, I just literally had a big old patch of ice that melted on my back porch, well, on my steps. Yeah, this is Michigan, and it's cold one day, hot the next, blah, 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 blah. But I've noticed that none of my flowers are starting to bud up, and I find that strange. Because, like, this time, I would typically, like, the first day of spring, I would wait like 2 days after that, and then I would be out raking out my yard, raking out my flower beds, and everything else, and I haven't been able to do it this year. I don't know, I just find it odd. And like I would like I would put my like I have lights that I put out in my front every summer. Well, I never took them up last year, my solar lights, so they're still out. But I noticed that a couple of them aren't getting enough light during the day to power them up at night. Like they'll come on for like really, really dim, and then they just fade right out. So I don't know if I don't know what it is. I just don't think that they're getting enough light during the day to put out the light at night. Go home and hopefully, like, I still have a couple patches of ice because I have some big rocks and some of my beds, my flower beds. Well, I noticed that there's some ice still on those. But I was behind a car earlier today, and I actually snapped a picture of it, and I'm going to include it on this video, and I think it's a Chrysler 300, and I've never noticed the symbolism on these cars before, so this must be the newer symbolism they're putting on these cars, underneath where it's got the little Chrysler wings or whatever it is with the, the circle, then the wings, and then it's got, Chrysler in the middle or whatever. I don't know. But underneath that, it has like a bird with like a half moon. I've never noticed that on them cars before. So I don't know if it's new symbolism or if this is just older symbolism and I'm just now noticing it or what. But that's crazy that they're putting that on those cars now. And that plant right there, they're saying that plant is to do the self-driving cars. That's what they're saying it's for, but why are they doing all this? And they're putting in underground tunnels over here and everything. Like right over there's the underground tunnel, and they're putting in another one because look at all the dirt that they've got dug up over there now. So they're putting in a whole new tunnel system. And everything. But there's one tunnel and then they're putting in another one. So I don't know what it actually is. They're going to tell us anything. So see, there's the one tunnel. And then they even made roads that go off from this, because that tunnel right there goes inside the plant. Well, they even made roads that lead to that tunnel system that the public can't drive on. They have the roads off fenced off. So, but look at our skies, man. That is our sun. That's just craziness. Like crazy. We have so much cloud cover that our sun can't even come out enough to give our solar lights enough lighting so it will light up the lights at nighttime. That's just beyond ridiculous. No wonder why the elite made themselves all bunkers and all that crap and got everything that they can, like animals and shit like that down there, so they can eat and plant and all that stuff. It's just crazy to me. It's just beyond crazy to me that they're allowed to do all that, and they're gonna kill everything off out here so the masses starve to death, because whatever you plant in the ground, whatever they're spraying in the sky, is gonna come out through your food. Or even if your food grows, I planted a couple tomato plants. Oh, and there's that going on right there. They're putting them up everywhere. It's the cell phone or the towers. There's our new camera systems right there. Anyway, I planted a couple of tomato plants last year, and I had a really tough time with them, and I normally don't. Like, they really, because I grew up, and my dad, he was, really big on gardening and all that. So my dad had bought up a bunch of property, and through that whole property, my dad used to garden. He used to do gardening and all that stuff. Well, why is it... Hold on, I want you guys to see this. This guy is over here working on that tower. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but they are putting them up everywhere. They're flagpoles, but then they are cell towers. So, and this guy's been up here working on this for a couple hours now. But anyway, what I was saying was my dad bought, a bunch of land, and he used to always garden and do stuff like that. Well, when I got older, I started doing it too. I started gardening, and not as much as my dad did, but I would always grow enough for my family and give some away, and stuff like that. Well, last year I had only planted tomato plants because I really wasn't feeling good. Well, why is it that I came this way to show you guys that fencing they're putting up everywhere? And there's more cameras. Why are they putting up cameras right there? Do you see that? With that fencing there. So, anyway, I planted just tomato plants last year. Well, I had a really tough time growing them. Like, they hardly wouldn't do anything, no matter what I did for them. I even got some Miracle-Gro, and I normally don't put Miracle-Gro on my stuff. Well, I even got some Miracle-Gro, and they still wouldn't hardly grow. Well, there's that cell phone tower again. I don't know. I just think that, whatever you put in the ground to grow this year, is going to, all that stuff is going to come up in your food. There's our cameras right there that they just put up with all that gadget crap on it. And right there's our camera systems. But I don't know, guys. I just find it strange that we can't even get enough sun through to light up my solar lights for nighttime. Like, it's not all of them, it's a couple of them. But they're right in the path with my other ones. Alright, guys.